I am back with another Trevor Noah video. So this time we are going to check out 10 minutes of Trevor Noah stand-up comedy. So hello, namaste and welcome to Awesome Entertainment. Without further ado, let's get right into the video.
Pandemic made people crazy. I thought we were all going to come together. That's what I believed. From all the movies I watched as a kid, I thought if humans were ever threatened with an existential threat, we would abandon every single fight we were having and we would come together to win.
Yeah, well, that didn't happen, as we all know.
You know? I thought if that virus came, we'd all be there. We'd be like, all right, no more racism, no more sexism. Let's do this together. And we'd go and we'd defeat
Nah.
the enemy aliens, and then we'd come back and be like, all right, let's get back to the racism and sexism. It's like in Independence Day. That's what happened, remember?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I grew up watching. Everyone in the world came together to fight the aliens. We stopped all of our... There was no politics. There was no nothing. We unified and we won. And then in real life, what did? We fought each other and we lost. We were supposed to be a team. Will Smith was supposed to be our hero. None of it went as planned. As humans, we've become so comfortable knowing that we forget how uncertain life is. We get taught every single day that we know. We get comfortable knowing. So you think you'll always know. What's the traffic gonna be like? You know. What's the weather gonna be like? You know. Oh, it'll rain on Thursday. You understand what a magic trick that is? If you had that technology 500 years ago, you were like, oh, it'll rain on Thursday. People would be like,
This is so messed up.
I remember how confident world leaders were as well. Some more cocky than others. One of my favorites was Prime Minister of the UK, Boris Johnson. Yeah, he was an interesting one.
Yeah. He was very
He went to
interesting.
a hospital during the pandemic and he was hugging people. Like right at the beginning, he was hugging people, going around hugging people. Journalists asked him, they're like, Prime Minister Johnson, do you think it's appropriate for you to be hugging people during a pandemic? He's like, first of all, everyone needs to calm down. This is not a pandemic. This is not a pandemic. Look at my hair. Do I look stressed? Everybody needs to calm down. Nothing. Everything is fine. Well, I can
Look at my
We're
hair.
not shutting down.
Man, I have to say this, that Boris Johnson's hair is like, it's so funny that I think he's the only politician who have a hair like this, and he was a former PM. So yeah, his hair was so funny, and I don't know why he never used any makeup or sort of things, or he can use the wig if it is naturally, or you get many stuff like gel, wax, spray, stuff like that. He could have used it all, but I don't know why he always like made his hair like that and just moved to different countries with that hair and did politics. I guess we will never know.
Everything's staying open. The pubs are staying open. The football's staying open. Well, if you excuse me, I have to go. He's gone. He didn't give a shit. Huh? America's president. Oh, he was even cockier. Yeah. You see him when he came out? Donald J. Trump?
Yeah,
Oh, he had
exactly.
swag. He was like, folks, we're gonna have it handled. In 21 days. 21 days.
21 days.
The virus will be gone. 21 days.
I mean, he's not wrong, guys. He's not wrong. Donald J. Trump promised Americans that he would vanish the virus and its pandemic situation in 21 days, month or year, but it went on to year and a half. So he was not able to control. I think his political career got ruined by Chinese people. I think that it's my thought, and his political career got ruined by Chinese people on not Chinese people. I would say scientists of the China or somebody who created Corona, and his political career got ruined by that. The whole pandemic situation ruined his political career. That's why he didn't got elected for the second time. But I still think that for Donald Trump was the best in foreign policy, so he needs to be again elected. Yeah, that's what I think, guys.
Some are even saying 20.
And I should focus on Trevor Noah, and by saying that, I meant that his accent, like he's mimicking the Donald J. Trump's accent, and it's gorgeous. He's doing it very fantastically. And look at the crowd, guys. It's so filled with people, and it's beautiful arena.
That disease came and kicked Trump and Boris deep in the chest. Both men went to the ICU, almost died. Only reason they survived is because they're both heads of state. They gave them that secret juice. Boris, to his credit, he came out of that hospital like he had seen Jesus. He came from the hospital, held a press conference, shut everything down. He came there barely dressed. He was like, everybody, this is not a joke. I've seen it for myself. You can shut it down, please. Football's gone. Do not take this lightly. I've experienced it. I promise, this is not fun. I can't talk to you. I have to go. Please, I can't. I have to. And he was just gone. Gone. That man was terrified. I was half expecting coronavirus to come around the corner like... Trump, on the other hand, didn't give a damn.
Yeah, he was on his own swag.
He came out of the hospital, could barely breathe, but still held a press conference. Didn't even speak. It was just like...
Oh no.
If I can do it, so can you. Such a fun sound. Sound of happiness. The sound.
Oh God, he's so funny, guy. He has become one of the best stand-up comedian for me, and my favorite too. And yeah, it's so funny. The way he mimics people is so gorgeous, and his accent points also. It's so good. It's on the point always.
Of white happiness in particular. Yeah. I've tracked it. I've searched for the source of woohoo, and I found it originated with white people. Yeah. White women in particular. Yeah.
Oh,
That's where
okay.
it comes from. That is the sound of a white woman's turn up. That is the sound of her getting into the game. It's like, Tammy! Woohoo! And that's when you know it's on. Yeah, because everyone else learned it from white women. That's where it came from. You know, it spread through society like a virus. It's not the natural sound anybody else makes. White women make that sound instinctively, but everyone else has learned it. Like, white men were the first ones to learn it because for them it's sort of like a mating call. They know what it means. They have to reciprocate, like, woo, woo. But everyone else had to learn it. It's a natural sound for them, but for nobody else. Like, black people woohoo, but it's not the natural sound black people make for fun. You know, black people can woohoo. Black people often do woohoo. But it's not instinctively a black sound of happiness. And I think it's because black people are uncomfortable with the woohoo. Deep down inside, there's a certain moment in woohoo when every black person stops enjoying it. There's just a moment when, and maybe this is just my personal experiences, but I feel it sounds eerily similar to a police siren. There's just a moment where it stops being fun.
I know what he did here. He compared black people and the cop incident. Like, always scenario, that's the racist thing you can ever say to a black guy. His connection with the police cop. So yeah, he just connected the dots. He just put the dots, and I just connected the dots, and audience also connected the dot. The police and the black people connection. Ah.
It's just that split second was like, put your hands in the air and keep them there. Terrorism is not a race, it's an act. It has evolved over time. Yes, right now we're dealing with extremism, Islamic terror in some parts of the world. But if you go to other parts of the world and ask them what a terrorist is, they'll show you a different face. You go to England 20 years ago and you said, what was a terrorist? They'd show you a drunk Irishman. I didn't need to say drunk, I could have just said Irishman. There was a time when Nelson Mandela was labeled a terrorist. Like, terrorism is an act, it's not a face. People say these things. Well, these Muslims, you gotta admit, there's an awful lot of them. Awful lot of them doing the same thing. You're like, yeah, but you know who's not a terrorist? Most Muslims. Yeah. Most Muslims are not terrorists.
Very true. Very true. Well said.
I'm not even Muslim, but it gets to me because I'm like, most Muslim people are not
Yeah,
terrorists.
I'm not Muslim, guys, but people, Muslims in India, they are very good and they are so cool about uh, everything about their religion and also the other religions to other people's feelings. They are very good, and in India, we just celebrate Hindu festivals with Muslims and Muslim festival with Hindu. There is also their Eid festival where me and my father and my whole family gets invited to dinner with a Muslim family because he's our family friend. So yeah, it's quite good in here with for Muslims in India. I don't know why there is a stereotypical thing in India that Muslims are like oppressed, getting oppressed by us Hindus, but no, this is not the fact. Yeah, so he's right that most of the Muslims are good people.
You know how you know this? Because we're still alive. Yeah. They've had ample
Okay,
opportunities to
no,
take
this
us
is
out,
not the
people.
best way to
There's
put
a
it.
billion Muslim people on the planet. They've had every chance. They could have killed us using those falafels they sell us after midnight when we come out of the club. They could have wiped us all out. But they're killer kebabs. Yeah, I would have never learned about America. I would have never come out to places like Washington, D.C. I would never learned to drive on the other side of the road. I would have never learned about charming racism had I not come to this beautiful country. Yeah. Probably something that changed my life forever. Charming racism. Classic American charming racism.
Charming racism. Okay, I don't know what it
I
is.
never
Let's
knew there was
see
such a
what
thing
it is.
growing up. And
Exactly.
I thought I knew all about racism. I always, coming from the home of some of the best racism in the world, no, and I don't mean to brag, but South Africa is by far like we've got top quality racism out there. Like, it's handcrafted. You don't get racism like that anymore. Like, I've seen racism all over the world. To be honest, the standards have dropped. It's not what it used to be. Like, I'm talking about quality racism. Now it's cheap and mass produced, probably made in China now. I'm talking about real racism.
Racism is cheap because it's made in
I
China.
discovered
Wow,
charming
what a
racism in a
line.
place called Lexington, Kentucky.
Oh,
I don't know if
Kentucky.
you've ever been, but you really need to go. It's a beautiful place. Old school, charming racism with a smile and the tip of a hat. Everyone in Lexington had this vibe, the smile, the charm, the drawl. Oh, the southern drawl, I love it so much. They would speak out there. The grammar's horrible, but it's still beautiful. No, because the sentences don't really make sense. They'd be like, y'all ain't never done gonna see none of them out. And it's like, that's not English. Your autocorrect is broken. I don't know what that is, but it's beautiful. In fact, when they speak really fast, sometimes it sounds like someone's playing a banjo inside their mouths. That's what it sounds like to me. I asked two men for directions, and they started arguing. It was the most beautiful sound I've ever heard in my life. The guy was like, "Where are you going, boy?" I said, I'm going to the theater. Can you direct me? He said, "Oh, you're gonna get on the way on the road. Maybe they don't see no that way." And the friend was like, "No, they ain't get no way, don't buy man. They don't get no say." They never don't pay no day. They don't get no me, but they ain't gonna man on again don't be. It was almost.
The way his accent, he copy his accent, the way he did it, it's so tremendously good. It's so fantastic. I mean, has a talent of copying accent, mimicking a person's voice, and he's so good with it. So good with it. Good quality and top quality stand-up comedian. Very nice.
It sounded like someone started a Mumford and Sons concert in their mouth. Because 1 minute they were talking, and then they got into it, and the guy was like, "Nail on, get on, why no?" Say like, "Bang on the game, on me, fin on, down, get on, get on,
They made a song out of it.
how little on me, how little on me, gonna lean on the gun, don't they? Gotta lean no, fin on, I bet get on the warning, never gonna take no way, gonna lean both fine and get on again, don't they? Get on again that way.
Okay, that's it, guys. That's it. That's it for today, and it was most amazing thing have watched in for quite a while now. So yeah, I really enjoyed it and I loved it. And if you liked this video and loved my reaction and my thoughts, So please give this video a thumbs up and press subscribe button. And many of you still haven't subscribed to my channel. I think it's 95 something. So please subscribe to my channel and please give me more love. And also, yeah, recommendations, guys. Recommendations are very important. I don't know what to find on internet and what to watch. So but I'm quite interested in these kind of stand-up where it shows the American perspective of people, and I want to know the culture too. So please do the recommendations, guys. Recommend some more videos like this, and I will see you in the next video. Till then, stay safe, be happy, and keep smiling. Bye.